Why does he burst mid-E? Because this is a team where you aren't gated by any cooldowns. And if you burst after your 3E or before your 3E, like your 3 chomps, you lose VV on either the burst or the last chomp, right? Like, your 4th hit isn't going to have VV. So you replace one of the hits with a burst so that everything keeps VV. That's the idea. Which is the optimal way to play this team because Guoba cooldown is 12 seconds, so you're not getting gated by your support cooldowns. But this team sucks. Like, it's the optimal DPS, but Guoba as your source of pyro for Milani is awful to play. This damage is kind of insane, man. Holy shit. How did bro manage to keep track of which one was the real one? That's crazy. I bet he guessed. That's possible. Why did he burst on Inefa? For the EM. It's probably that the timer's so tight that they actually need to use that Inefa burst there. And so they just accept needing to 1 out of 3. Yeah. That's probably it. Yeah. Pretty good artifacts there, huh? Oh my god. That Sans. That goblet. Both of these are 9 rollers. What the fuck? Nah, that's insane. Isn't he overcapping crit? Yeah, I guess he is, huh? That's true. But, like, that's just naturally gonna happen when you play Milani on Sack Jade. Like, how many crit rate rolls here are, like, bad rolls? Like, one, basically. Right? Because there's no crit rate on the Feather or the Flower crit rate or the Circlet, so it's only on Sands and Goblet. The Goblet only has one roll of crit, and the Sands has two. It's still fucking insane. Although... Yeah, it's fucking insane. I wouldn't even have leveled that Circlet with no crit. I mean, in general, sure. But, like, for Sack Jade and Milani, crit rate is a dead substat. Right, she ascends with crit. Right, so that's 24.2. She gets 36.8 from her weapon, and she gets 40 from her artifact set. She starts at 101. So crit rate is literally worse than flat attack. Because at least flat attack slightly increases your N1 damage when you're doing your setup. But crit rate does literally nothing. And so the stats you're looking for are going to be crit damage, HP, EM, and ER. And this is a circlet that has HP, EM, and ER, and it's a crit damage main stat. So it's basically as good as it gets. The only way this could be better if this was a flat HP substat or if it started as a 4-liner. But, like, that's how you know it's a good fucking artifact. Isn't Pyro MC better? Pyro MC doesn't allow you to do 12-second rotations like Channeling can. It's not actually 12-second rotations, but it's short rotations. Sock Sword has a cooldown. It can't proc every rotation. There's some people that do clears with PMC plus Sucrose, because you can do PMC skill, procs the sack, next rotation, PMC skill, and then next rotation, PMC burst, Sucrose burst, and get a Pyro Infusion on the Sucrose burst. And then your Sack Sword is back off cooldown and you can repeat. But if your Sucrose is necessary to clear Cactus, which she is here, then you don't have a way to get the Pyro Infusion, and so you can't do PMC with these rotations. Yeah, we can look at the Inefa build as well. That's a 9-roll Inefa. Yeah. That's fucking insane. Yeah. 8-roll. Do we count the ER? Probably not. I guess this is a 7-roll, but it's still good. 7-roll. Pretty alright. Oh my god. That circlet isn't... Yeah, this is like fucking insane. This is actually insane build on Inefa. The description said scroll because no good artifacts. But the thing is, scroll isn't bad in this team. Because, like, sure, your Inefa is, like, your Lunar Charge is a significant portion of your team DPS, but, like, so is your Sucrose and Singso talent values, you know? And so 12% damage is, like, actually pretty decent. Like, it's about as good as, about as good as TOM. Basically. Isn't Kazuha better than Heizo in the Milani team? No. Kazuha doesn't work. Alright, like, let's imagine we're using Kazuha here, right? Instead of Heizo. You do your jump, then you've got two options. Either you wait until you fall back down, and it's a massive DPS loss, and GG. Or you plunge. If you plunge, you now have Hydro on the enemy. Then you drop the Guoba, you swap to Milani. Guoba here, instead of applying Pyro, vapes. And then, if you do your Milani thing a little bit too early here, you just lose it. But if you don't do it early and you do it a little late, then you'll lose the third vape. So it's fucking cooked as hell. Like, it's technically possible, but it's cooked as hell, and don't do it. Why wouldn't you glide cancel? I mean, again, like I said, you can glide cancel, but then because of the time you've lost, it's worse than using Heizo. So why would you?